Talk about relationships at campus. How is it?
Relationships at campus. Personally, I decided as an individual that I will not be in a relationship.
Guilty.
During my presidency.
That's the topic that I really want to just like to go deep, because we, like youth, we are going through a lot of trauma. We are going through depression. Yes. So I want you to talk about that in a honest way, so that we can get from our girl that at least you also or not.
I'm not a machine.
I understand. So we are here to talk about this.
I know that students fall in love with one another. I have also fallen in love before. And it's very normal and it's very okay. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
However, I have, through prayer and meditation, I've realized that there is what we call dating, then there is courtship, then there is marriage. Now, courtship is what happens before marriage. When you're sure about the person, you're just getting to know them, you're in final touches before you get married. And that's okay. Now, what I've realized that I don't believe in is dating.
Oh.
Yeah, dating. I believe in those couples, for example, so many of my friends, immediately we graduated, they got married. Maybe some of them to older people or to classmates. And,
older people, what do you mean?
Like, you know how women, ladies usually marry someone who's 4 years older than them.
Yeah, that's okay, that's fine.
Yes. So, but others were marrying their
classmates.
Classmates, yearmates and all, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But now there are these relationships where if you date for 3 years, 4 years, even after campus you're dating, I don't think that we should, you can relate with someone as a friend, as a good friend. But when we bring in these things of
relationship,
that I love you, you love me, it even makes staying pure harder. It makes staying, because you visit me at my home, I visit you, and there, in case of a breakup, it's very easy to go into depression, issues of jealousy. Now you're my girlfriend, let's say, but now you have an opportunity to host, let's say again, someone like me. So I am there, I am worried. So I can't even fully support your dreams because I feel I'm already attached to you. But if as your husband, you have a ring, me who you're interviewing, I see you have a ring, that is okay. But now I am your boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, I am attached. Whenever you're going for your dreams, I feel insecure. Because we are all just growing up, we are not all very mature and confident. So dating makes things complicated. When you're ready to marry, then focus on a girl. And you're already pursuing your purpose, you're already doing what you're doing. I'm not saying that first build a house, buy land before you get married. Getting married is for any time, but you need to know. You already need to be doing what you're supposed to be doing in the Lord. Like your purpose. That you know where you're going, even the lady knows where they're going, then you can get married. You can start courting and then get married. But dating, I tell you, I want to get to know you, so let me date you. Those things are complicated.
Meaning, we people who are at campus, who are dating, we are wasting time. That is your short. No, because I want you, because you are there. You should take it. So, Manjel, I want us to know what is going on at campus, because at the end of the day, people are going into depression. Yes. Well,
first of all, you can't. Let us first. You can't really. When you look at a couple, the couples at campus, you can't know those that are dating for marriage and they're going to date immediately, unless you talk to them. They're going to get married immediately.
Mr. President, do you know how guys convince us? Yeah? Do you know how they go? You know what, Princess? I like you. I want you to be the mother of my children. They even start calling you Mama. Yes. In year one, someone is calling you Mama, and they're like, where are we going? You understand? So, you as a person, would you advise us or students who are still at campus to date their fellow ones? Because you said sometimes it results into marriage.
Yes, this is what I'm to say. If you're sure that for you, you're complete in yourself, and because there are those people that need a girlfriend to feel like they are one. Those people I do not support dating. But if you feel that for you you're complete, your relationship with God is okay, you're complete, you already know what you're going to do, you know where you're headed, then please date.
Okay.
Please date. Because the lady you're bringing on board is going to find a stable structure, a person who's already dependent on God and all these things, but also a person you're bringing, they have to be complete as well. Don't bring a girl who she's just fully, she's going to be a liability. Those people, please date. But most of the people at campus are not like that. Yeah, are not like that. We are excited. We don't really know what the next step after campus is, and that's okay. No one is asking you to, but you should be searching for it. Now, for those people who are the majority, don't date. If you like a girl, be her friend. You see, if I am to ask them a question, why don't you want to be her friend? Why do you want to be the boyfriend? Maybe because you want to do something that you're not supposed to be doing.
With something.
If you truly, for example, Princess, if I liked you, I'm like, I like the way Princess talks in class. She can really be the mother of my children. I like the way, but I'm not ready to marry. I can be your friend, and I ensure that you become more of those things that I like about. Maybe if I realize that you're confident, but maybe in your class the way you present has like a weakness, I can come in as a brother and I help you, and we develop together. But now, if I want to maybe visit you and we chill in your hostel room, and I don't want other guys around you, then I want to put a boundary. I want you to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are you really doing? Do you really want the best for Princess?
Meaning we have to first be friends.
Be friends.
For how long?
For as long as, until you're sure that you want to marry Princess. If you're sure that you want to marry Princess, even though you're in first year, then please date her and then marry her within the shortest time.
Yes. There's some universities they say they're not like it's not allowed.
Which university? Nation one. Nation one.
I was recent with one of our lecturers, and then she was like, if you get pregnant, that's the dead year.
You see, pregnancy and marriage are different. Pregnancy and marriage, they're different. Marriage is okay. And because universities are a place for adults, we don't expect 17-year-olds in university. We expect 18 and above. So marriage is okay. But pregnancy will distort the way that you, the progress of your studies. However, it's still okay. But why would you want to get pregnant during your studies? And there are people who get pregnant, but they're not married. So that's an issue for some universities.
I hear people saying about their mistakes. I don't know if it's true.
But where did that mistake come from? From what? From your boyfriend. From your boyfriend. So you're not ready to get married. You guys are just getting to know each other, putting boundaries. Manya, you're my girlfriend. I can visit you in the night because you're my girlfriend. And then you make mistakes.
That is true, because look, when a guy tells you at campus that I want to come and watch a movie at your place, what does that mean?
Now, if that person who's asking to come and watch a movie at your place, but they're calling at 8 p.m.
Yeah, they want night.
They want, because why do they want to watch a movie at 12 p.m.? They want in the night. But if that person is your brother, now let's say we are classmates, I've been treating you as a sister and you as a brother, like friends. And then I ask, you can be like, but Timothy, isn't it too late? Are you safe walking in the night?
I know.
But if you're my girlfriend, I'll be like, what will my... Are these the things that girlfriends are supposed to do for their boyfriends? Like watch movies together. You start thinking like that because you see it on TikTok, you see it on WhatsApp, boyfriends and girlfriends doing things together. So you be there, you know it's late, but you're like, this is what boyfriends and girlfriends do. So you'd be like, okay, you come, but let us be safe. People lie to yourself. No one is immune. No one is immune. So you get in a room at 8 p.m., you're watching a movie, you think you're going to open the door and let him walk at 12 a.m. to go back to his place?
They even suggest, what do you think? I feel even dust. Now, if you have a road that has dust, no, you've just said it and then it was clicking in my head. Have you ever gone through a heartbreak?
Yes, I have, but I'm not as interesting as you may. I'm not in that area. I'm not very interested. I've dated before many times, and I don't regret any of them. I'm glad that I got all those different experiences. But my heartbreak has not come from a girl, not from a boy, but I'm like, it has come from. I used to play football professionally in the under 19 Super League for SC Villa. Yes, but I couldn't play anymore because I got some issues with my legs and I couldn't. So I can't play. I can play football, but I'm not supposed to play. So that was really because I thought and I wanted to represent Uganda. That I really wanted that for a long time. So that's the only heartbreak I can say.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can really feel it. So no one has ever come to you and talk about, I'm going through certain depression, they broke my heart. Like, you as a girl, no one has ever come to you and tell you about what they're going through.
They do. And many people have issues, you know. And actually being guild president has helped me become more humble. Because when you get to know what people are going through, you start treating them with more. You start treating the world with more kindness, because people look okay on top, but they're going through the worst.
That's true.
So people have told me about heartbreaks and all that, and I've guided them through it. But this whole new perspective, this full understanding about how we shouldn't be dating, is sort of new. It's about even just like a week old. So anyone who comes to me complaining about a heartbreak, just now tell you to after you hear a heartbreak is okay, but don't go back. Don't go back.
That's the advice you can give.
Yes, unless different things when you're in a heartbreak, redefine yourself. First of all, read the word, then do things that
the Bible, right?
The Bible.
Okay.
Read the Bible and do things that empower you. For example, if you're a guy, you've had a heartbreak, start working out. You know,
like gym.
Go to a gym, maybe run, do some runs, read some books, better yourself. Same thing that will go to a girl. Yes. Make yourself better. Become a better version than the version they dumped.
I think the problem was you.
I'm the one who dumped.
For example, that person didn't dump you because of anything, but you are the problem.
Auntie, I was the problem, so they dumped me, right? Yes. Find out what the issue is and work on it. I thought you're going to keep crying in your... Unless when someone dumped you because, let's say now our Christian brothers and sisters who are in relationships with non-believers, the person was pressuring you into sex, and then they dumped you because you couldn't.
I know.
That's a
nice one.
That is sad, but at the same time, that you go back to where you get that particular value from. If you're a Christian, you go back to the Bible, and you see, so the Bible comforts you and it lets you know that you have done the right thing, and because of that, there is reward for you. Someone better is going to come along.
That is faith.
Yes.
Okay, I'm learning. That is faith, but one of faith way too kanga. Like you need something so urgent. You get like okay, I believe you're a believer, but there's those times where I feel like I've prayed. You need something that's tangible or like it's showable. Like yes, I think. Anyway, maybe to you it's okay. Like you read the Bible and then after like this. Some people are going through and they don't know that. Even Taina doesn't have even that heart of saying, let me read the Bible. Which advice? Like, yes, go to the gym. Like, you have to just go to the gym if I'm not a believer.
It's heartbreak over just general things.
Heartbreak. Most of the time, it's all about in relationships. Because other heartbreaks, I think you can manage them. but then relationships are literally so hard to be out of it.
Yeah, true. But I think all heartbreaks are the same. As long as your heart has broken, it means that you had put so much hope in something.
Yeah.
You had seen yourself many times with that something or with that someone. So that breaking is a heartbreak, causes your heart to break.
Oh.
And also, I was not born reading the Bible, having faith. These things also have just, actually, especially through UCU, Uganda Christian University, the environment, it helps you pursue. They don't force it on you, because I thought they were going to force it on me. And I knew I was a believer.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to be forced to read the Bible and do what I didn't want that.
Prayers.
But it is not like that. It is so well organized that it grows in you. That whole you want to know God more, it grows in you, and then you start. Yes. But before that, again, there are different ways to handle it, but the Bible is the best way.
Okay.
So now when your heart is broken, you have to, first of all, accept.
Okay.
Because what can you do?
Okay.
What can you do? You have to first stop, accept, and first review what caused the heartbreak. Why? Why didn't it happen what I hoped to happen? Is there any way around it? Then, how is this? And you think through all those things. After that, how can we move forward? And then share with someone. It's always good to share. But first think about think about why, then share with someone. Then they can give you their perspective.
That's good.
By the way, most of the times when our heart is broken, we were in our own story. But I can tell you, this boy broke my heart, and you're like, but your friend tells you, but didn't you see? For you used to call him, was he calling you back?
I know.
When you used to give him the gifts that you bought him on his birthday, what did he give you on your birthday? These things you can't see when you've already attached yourself with. But after you sit and stop, and then you share with friends, when they help you see these things, you'll be like, by the way. And it helps you heal.
I'm learning. I'm really learning. It's really nice, because most of the time we ask ourselves, how am I going to be out of this? Because it's really, I don't want to go there. So talk about marriage at campus, because I hear that students go as students fully. Your mother and your father tells you, gorgeous Princess, Timothy, or Jerry, I'm taking you to school. They really advise you. They give you things you have to follow. They even tell you, you see, you're from humble background. You have to understand. Go read, and you promise your dad and your mom, I'm going to read. I'm not going to look here or here. I'm going to be straight.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you hear that someone is married at campus. So what brings that?
What do you mean by marriage at campus? Do you mean the original, like, going to church and wedding?
No, marriage at
cohabiting,
campus. Yes.
Staying in each other's hostels.
Yes, and you find
That's
you find someone. I have my hostel in the first year.
Yeah.
Reaching to third year, we are already in one hostel, girl and a boy.
Yeah.
What brings that? Is it finances from the parents? Is this too much love? Is it that is what someone wants, just to feel like to stay? Okay, some of us, or some students, they haven't stayed with the partner before. They want to get the expert. What is all that brings people to become married at campus? And then after campus, eventually, most of them, they even separate.
Yeah, and those are the most. If you think your heart was broken in high school, you live with someone at campus, then end up not getting married. That heartbreak is different, because you have been practicing as if for marriage. You wake up next to the person.
I know.
You go for when you're late for a discussion, you call him, I am coming, hey, what? Then he suggests, should I pick you up? Those things. Now you're broken up. It's a different thing.
So what brings marriage at campus?
But the word should, okay, let's use cohabiting, because marriage is such a good thing. Marriage in itself,
fake
is such a beautiful
fake marriage.
Thing. Let's say, okay, fake marriage maybe over.
Cohabiting is nice, but
cohabiting is the word, like you're staying together, yet you're not married.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yes. So that's what is happening. People are staying together, yet they are not married. Now, what causes it is, first of all, you come from primary, they tell you girlfriends, boyfriends are bad. High school, coupling, BC. Then once you get to campus, everyone keeps quiet. People no longer tell you, because you are adults now. There is hostel. There are these people. You can go wherever you want. Anytime that you want. You have your own room. Boys can come to a room. You're from a school where boys couldn't go and girls enter. Now you're in a situation where a boy can enter and stay in the room. And that's just 1 year shift. S6, first year, very different.
Okay.
So all these doors open for you, and as a human being, you're very excited to try out all the open doors, and it's very natural, and it's very natural. However, we know problem is that it's hard to advise young people. And I'm a young person also.
No, you can.
I know.
This is a youth Konnect show. You understand? Yes.
Whoever is watching, pray for the Holy Spirit to open your mind, because if you learn this, you will never regret.
Okay.
And I've been told these things before from older people, but maybe when an agement or the Bible tells me, they sink in faster. But these are things that our parents be telling us, but you don't want to listen. You're like, the times are different now.
Yeah.
Trust me. All doors will open for you the moment you finish S6. But in this world, everyone needs a campus direction. Otherwise, without a campus direction to show you where you should go, you're going to get lost.
Yeah.
So that campus is very important in stages where all doors open. Not where you're they tell you when to eat, they tell you when to go for prep, they tell you when to go for exam, they tell you when to sleep. That's not. But in campus where you have to guide yourself, you need your campus direction. What schools teach us is to teach us how to develop our own campus direction. But now, when all doors open for you, the best campus is, what does the Bible say? Why is that the best campus? It has worked for people for 2,000 years. For you, you think you're wiser than the people who were there 2,024 years ago. We are here, we are where we are because people followed the Bible. I know sometimes you may open the book and it just seems like old stories, but knowledge is in those pages. So once you understand that this campus has worked for 2,024 years, let me try it. But if you feel like it's still, the Bible is a bit hard for you, just talk to the older people. Talk to someone who has finished campus, who is where you want to be, like mentors. Now, like, I have finished campus. If a first year has just started, talk to me. Ask me. The things I'm telling you now, are not the same things I would have told you in my S6 work.
Yeah, that's true.
But because I have had friends, I've also gone through some of these things, I can tell you. I'm like, please, those doors open, don't go through them. Don't go through them. Don't live in the same hostel room. Even though you love the girl so much, don't do that. It's going to cause issues. Yes. So if you can't read the Bible, talk to the people who have gone through, the mentors who are where you want to be. Ask them, I have this girl that I'm dating, should I move in with her? Should we? Don't. First of all, you're going to end up having sex. And you see, most people think that unwanted pregnancies happen, that you have just, it's a one-time thing. No. Unwanted pregnancies happen with someone that you have been doing it for a while and you're comfortable. You're not scared. You're not scared anymore, you don't panic. That's when it happens.
But it's traumatized me a little bit. Like most of the time I hear someone say, I got pregnant, I have to abort. And then you ask yourself, when you're doing ABCD, didn't you know that you're going to get pregnant? Those are the things that always clicks in my head. And then it was a mistake. Like, yeah, it was a mistake.
Yeah, and it's true. I get. And I can't judge because I know those things. No one is immune. Oh. Yeah, if you're there, I was going to be like, you try it, but please don't. No one is, as long as you have a body and you are a lady and you are in a lady's body. Bodies have their demands. So
Yeah.
even though you're very Christian, or you're very serious, guild president, man, you're what? Under these clothes, you're just a man. So
That's really nice.
ensure to be in the right place, in the right time.
Oh,
Always.
how about us who are saying warm, like things are not. You need a brother to help you. By the way, let me tell you something. Give a piece of advice to we have this challenge at campus whereby a guy comes and then confronts you and say hi to you, and then all of a sudden you feel like I think it's not worth it. You get, and then that guy, it becomes how can I call it? You become enemies. Like for you, because you said no, I think it's not going to work. It's not worth it, and then the guy starts to feel like it's unwanted. I think that's the correct word I can use. Then it starts like you start to be enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't talk to you in case, like, for example, you're in same class or even other classes, then he starts comparing that person is bad. You're not bad. Just because he can't tell you that real hint that you refused his requests. So how can I overcome such a thing if I'm into that situation?
Okay. Thank you for that question, Princess. First of all, in politics, I tell people who are in student politics and even the national politics that do not create unnecessary enemies.
Okay.
That means that it's okay to have enemies, because we can't be walking. Even Jesus, the best guy to have ever walked this earth, actually has the most enemies.
Okay.
Because there are still enemies to this day. So, however good you are, please, you can't expect everyone to like you. In fact, it is arrogant of you. It is rude. It is very. You're very proud to even think that everyone should like you. Oh. You have a problem. Yes. In fact, if you don't have an enemy, please look at your life and there's something you're doing wrong. I have to stress that point. I must.
I didn't just say, always tell us that you have to be good and then people have to love you the way you are.
But don't they say love your enemies?
Hey. Can you love your enemy?
Yes, you're supposed to. You're supposed to.
Can you love your enemy?
Loving your enemy doesn't mean that you open the door for them. You host them in your house when you know that they want to harm you. But loving your enemy means that before they are your enemy, they are a child of God. So you have to first and foremost treat them in that way.
Yeah.
There is an enemy who wants to kill you. Now that's different.
Yeah.
And you have to, if you love them, you first see that about them before you try and do the same thing to them.
Okay.
Yeah. But even Christ says that if you only love your friends, as a Christian, what makes you different? What should make us different is that for us, we can love our enemies. It's not easy, but it is what is most important. Because if you don't love your enemy, we shall all be living in war. Like, because Kenyans have made a mistake and now we see them as enemies, we are not trading. We are not talking. Where will the world end up with that? Where will you end up if your brother hurts? No one has pissed me off more times than my brother, who is my best friend right now. No one on this planet.
Okay.
No one on this planet. So now that is what that love is, where you keep on loving, regardless. That's very important for the world to become a better place. Now, the issue of don't create unnecessary enemies. When you're to make an enemy, or when you're to tell someone, when you disappoint them, that you know what, Princess, I can't come to your hostel room. I can't let you come at this time. If you just leave it there, you have not given them a reason. So they will hate you. They'll be like, that girl, she feels that she's everything. One time I wanted to go and discuss for her. They will put in good stories there. Yet the guy wanted to come and watch a movie at late times. So when you disappoint someone, always give them a reason why you're doing what you're doing. Oh. They will not be happy.
Okay.
So they will stop talking to you, but maybe they will not start talking bad about you. Be like, James, you can't come in my room at this time because it is not safe. and it's not safe for you to come. Something else that this is my prayer time. I pray from 8 to 9. I pray to 8. And you better be telling the truth, because you can't come on Wednesday 8 to 9 and find you in other things. So
you don't
give
talk
people
about
reasons.
But Gil, I don't know, because the way you're saying, you're talking on perspective of Christianity. But then you're leaving out that when we grow, we become youth. And when we become youth, there are some things we want to adventure to. You get? Like me personally, I've grown up in church. So when I grow up, I want to see what's happening in the bar. You get my point? So, meaning, I don't know even how you can get me properly. Like, meaning,
I get you.
You did. Like, you want to discover what's happening in the bar and what do people do in the bar. When you drink, because look, if you've grown up in Christianity and then they tell you, you're not, that's the thing you're talking about, you're not supposed to drink, you're not supposed to come to my hostel, and then you give a reason why. And then me, I will say, I want to give it a try and see how it works. And that is where we are.
Now that's a different question. Okay, let's first put that one aside. What you had asked before is when a guy wants a relationship from you, but you're not ready. So what are your reasons for not wanting the guy?
My reason?
Yeah.
Maybe, your thinking capacities, though.
Exactly.
Or maybe you're not eye-catching. No, like, I'm living reality. Or maybe, because we have different tastes. Maybe the way you dress up is not that good. Maybe the way you smell. Or maybe the way you take yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
All those those are the reasons I'm talking about. Now get those reasons and present them properly. You can't just tell them because you don't smell nice, I don't want you. There they will talk bad about you, I assure you, I promise you. You've created an enemy. But get the reasons. I don't like his thinking capacity. Now present it very well. Be like, I can't go with you because I need someone who has a 5-year plan that involves this, finances, and all these different plans for it. And you don't have that. Then be on the part of they don't dress up well, what. Be like, I need someone who you find a way to present it very well. Very well. Then the person will see, and they will see that you don't hate them, but they're just these things that they can work on, but are out of their reach. So they'll be like, they won't be happy, but they won't hate you because you've told them the truth. Okay, what do they want you to do?
No, what if he tells them I'm going to work upon them?
Good. Then you've helped the brother. Then he works upon them, and then you see if you, because you said those are your reasons. When he fixes them, and you still don't, then also create another presentation. Be like, okay, now this is why. And then if again, in this process, this brother is becoming better because now he smells good. Now he has a plan. So even though you're not his girlfriend, he's a better person because of you. But someone I don't like because you don't smell nice, you're going to break someone's esteem. He's going to go resort to drinking, resort to talking bad about you, and then he's going to break other girls' hearts in order to get back to the Yoruba female gender because he's fighting. So proper reasons is a way to go.
Miss Uganda, if you're not sober, you can't survive. I'm telling you the truth. So, talk about discoveries at campus. The reason why I want to talk more of relationship, because that's where most of the students are going out of. Like they're not finishing their universities. They are getting challenges. They can't pursue because of love, because love has covered everything at campus. Do you believe that? Love has covered
everything at campus.
Yes. Like you find a year 1 student is dating, maybe you're in BBA, you're dating a law student, BBA year 1, and then you find law, they're fighting a business student. Why? Because they think that they have to date them within their group.
Yeah.
You get? So, and someone might think, I want to get a discovery, like, I want to see how business student date and then law student. How is it like? You understand? Or maybe medicine and then teacher when it's not in the same core.
first I have to say again, drawing from politics. Now, for me, I was the school had never seen someone from who does IT, engineering faculty. We had a few, but back then, but now.
Okay, so my guild can talk about, okay, which advice can you give to a student that went back to school? They took him to go to school, but eventually he's in bars. I have a guy that I recently had. He left a certain campus, then he came to another one, but still doing drugs. Yeah, so which advice can you give to such a person? Because it's now a habit. Yeah, he's addicted. He can't stay without it.
These things happen. They're all over the place. They're really they're eating up our youth in this nation. And drugs, excessive alcohol, and all those different things. So, now people who are addicted, the good thing is that universities, most of them have counseling services. They have nice counseling services. So, but even then, you need that the person who's addicted accepts that they have an issue, and then they look for help. But we have counseling services in universities, and there are professional counselors who can help, and they talk to the person. But the most important thing is to share. Anyone with an addiction, talk. I can't stress that enough. Open up. Once you open up, the problem stops having ownership of you. It comes outside. Before you talk, the addiction is part of you. Now, but when I share it with Princess, now it's on the table. It's no longer part of me. We can look at it, and we're like, okay, Kati, when do I smoke drugs? Is it when I go to the bar? Is it when I visit this person at this particular hostel? And those things are that. But once you're talking to a person, you can think together, and you see, then you're like, okay, I need to stop going to this hostel. We need to start to do this. Maybe when I'm idle is when I smoke. Here, let me start going for clubs in school, maybe fitness club or Rotary, or volunteer, clean a community, to kill up that time. Because you realize it's when I have no lecture and I'm in my hostel that I do this. So like, can I block off this time? But those things are not easy to do when you are alone. You have to share. You share, Jackie, this is the issue. Let me think through it together.
Meaning you have to get a very good person that should understand it. Again,
you can always know someone who you trust, who is where you want to be. Someone that they are trustworthy in the community. You see that, hey, Jack is my class rep. So you'll be like, when you get some time, you'll be like, it seems like Jackie has her life better than I do.
Okay.
And she may have some wisdom. So you get her time, and then you converse. It is better if it is the same sex, but opposite sex is also okay. And then you start getting feelings.
I know.
You're not helping.
I think opposite is okay with me.
Opposite is okay with you, whatever is coming.
Because some girls we do have rugambo. Yeah, like you say something and then you hear it the other side, and it's okay because we are healing. We are in the process. So you can, it's okay because you can't blame someone like why. Because I always hear that if you don't want your secret to be known, don't speak it out. Remain with it. You get?
That's when it kills you the fastest.
Meaning, I can't blame someone who comes and say, I think JJ told me ABCD, because if I didn't have that guts of keeping it to myself, and then I say it to DUMBA or to Timothy, meaning I also lost it. Like I didn't have those store where I can keep it safe. You understand? Because even your mother can talk your secret.
If your mother can.
Yes. So how about your friend? So I think one of my last questions: what are the benefits that you're still getting of you being a guild president?
Benefits like this.
Oh,
Now
okay.
Youth Konnect, UG.
Okay.
I've met interesting people like you.
Okay, that's nice.
And the network. The networking is truly an advantage.
Okay.
And also meeting many people from many walks of life. It makes you wiser.
Oh.
Because if I was never guild, there are many things that I wouldn't have known about the things that people go through.
Oh.
So now this makes me that even when I'm coming up with a solution, or if I'm giving advice, you don't give it recklessly as a person who only knows things from one side. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That is really nice. And I heard about certificates at campus. How is it important?
Life after campus is not easy. It's not easy. You need to find a way that you can stand out from the rest, because we have hundreds of thousands of graduates every year.
Yeah.
But we just have hundreds of jobs. Hundreds. That means that there are very many people, that the competition is so stiff. So your degree, your qualification is not enough. So certificates come and they give you that edge. But also what's more than certificates is life from those soft skills.
Like?
Soft skills, do you know how to talk to someone with respect?
Okay.
Do you know how to write an email? Do you know how to dress well, present yourself well?
Okay.
Do you know how to keep time?
Okay.
Do you know how to be smart, be clean? Those things are very... Do you know how to work in a team? Because you see school sometimes, one of the things I like about university is that those group presentations, they help you work with others better.
I know.
Coursework, and what, trying to put everything on one person. But ideally, group work is supposed to help you learn to cooperate, because in the workplace, there are no situations of sit down and do the exam.
Yeah.
It's all about working with people. So that's a very important soft skill that people can see even in an interview.
Oh, that is really nice. That is really, really nice. Okay, which advice can you give to... No, before that, would you advise a student, because I heard recently one of our lecturers saying that it's now fading up, like for a student to just go to school and learn. Okay, like only learning. You have to have something that you have to do. Like he compared us with the Western countries, and then it was like those students, they do work while studying. You understand my point? By the time they are done with their campuses, they have already the skills and experience so that they can do better on their work. Like for example, if I'm an auditor, meaning if I've been auditing my small business or other people's business, and then if I graduate, that means I'm going to have experience because I've gone through it. You get? So what is your say about that?
That's a good thing. It's a good thing, but we already have it. It's already in our system. It's internship. So there is no way. Yeah, if university, we're not just supposed to go and read books. We're supposed to also go and implement. So internship period is where students get the chance to go and implement what they are learning in different workplaces all over the country. And this one is even simpler than employment, because employment is just you. But internship, you go with your university letter and you're just going there to learn. They don't have to pay you. Some places pay, but very few. But most places, you just come and learn. You learn what is happening in the real world. Because without knowing what's happening in the real world, you can't... What are you studying?
Oh, my president is like this. Like, okay, let me bring it this way. Like, are you supporting a student like me to work while studying?
Have your own business over to get a job while studying?
Both, that too. Because in the Western countries, they give 21 hours in the week a student to work. Yes. So is it really advisable here? Because that lecturer was all about, like, if it is even too much, you can even ask for a dead year and then you go to accomplish your work or something. Like, would you advise a student to start up something let's finish once and then you go for other stuff?
You know, it depends on what you want to do, what you want to do in life, and what your circumstances are.
Okay.
And but as I'm saying, university, university was not supposed to be for people who, originally for people who just like studying is their only thing. For example, that's why you see that most public universities, you only study half the day, such that the rest of the day you're working or you're doing your other things. So it's very encouraged. I encourage that. If you have your own business or you want to get a job, as Guild president, there are students who are funding their own tuition. So they have to work to fund their tuition. However, there are now other universities now, like UCU is very rigorous. You study from 8 to 6. So unless you have a night job, but when will you get to do that, the coursework? So that one is a bit tougher. So if you're a student who wants to work as you're studying, you can do it from anywhere, but it will be better to do it in a university that gives that kind of allowance. But if you're serious, you can make it work. Because even it's not that you study every hour 8 to 6, but it's just that you can have any lecture in the morning or in the evening on the same day. Not like others where either you're a morning student or an evening student.
Oh, that's nice. So which advice can you give to a youth out there, regardless, high school, campus, after campus, and is struggling through cohabiting, tuition, is already out of campus, doesn't even expect whether he'll go back because you're going into another semester, that is January. Like, which advice can you give you as a leader to a youth out there that is struggling through a lot of stuff?
Do not lose heart. Don't lose hope. As you said before, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, lie down. Someone is going to pick you up. So don't lose hope. Even when a situation seems like there is totally no way out, there is always help on the way. There's always help on the way. So if you feel like you don't have tuition for next semester, you don't know what's going to happen. First of all, calm down, share. There could be people who are ready to help. And if they are not, and not everyone has to help you with cash. There are people who are going to help you open your mind. Be like, you don't have tuition for next semester. Uncle Wamukonyeko, he was looking for someone to help in his business like that. IT. And then because you have shared, but that person is not going to come to you if they don't know what you're going through. So don't lose hope. As long as you're not dead, there is hope. It's only in death that there is true defeat. But if you're not yet dead, you still have life, then you can do something and someone can come. So keep calm, pray, and help is on the way.
How about that one that and then eventually didn't go through it? Which advice can you give?
You like that one so much.
No, it's funny because you've invested all your time. You've got banners, flyers, and eventually they tell you you've not gone through. I know. So which advice can you give to that person? Maybe they think I'm just happy about it, but people are going through depression. Sometimes for you, you are strong enough that you can come out and say it's okay, it's up, it's okay. Life has to continue. But there are other people who are like you, strong as you, because I believe you're a reader of the Bible. You have people, brothers and sisters, that can give you that urge. Like you can do more than that. But you have someone they're not into even church, but they are leaders, and then these are good people. Like, give an example of Ghetto Gladiator. How he wasn't a person into church, but he's apparently a good leader. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so we have people like they have failed, and then some advice to such people so that at least energy can come back and say, I think I can push next year, and then I become a guild. I'll be an MOP of my. If guild failed, I can go and then be an MOP of my area or my community.
Yes, and that is it. Basically, that is it. Is that these positions, they don't have an end. There is always next time, next time, next time. So one thing you should keep in mind is that failure teaches more than success. So you should know that because you have not gone through, you now know what the issue is, such that for the next position, you will be better placed. So you have to change your view of the situation, because the situation doesn't change. You fail. People don't want you. Yeah, that is it. That can't change. But your perspective of that situation is what you can change. Okay. So either you can be like, people don't want me, maybe because I don't have a nice smile, or what, or that one had more money. That can be your view, and that's how your story will end. You will be the one who lost because they didn't have money and they didn't have a nice smile. But if you change your perspective, be like, people didn't vote me, and maybe okay, some people didn't vote because I don't have a nice smile. But how many were those? They were actually not many. Most people, because they felt I was not, most people never knew me. I never reached them. Be like, okay, in my next position, I'll make sure that I reach everyone. Other people didn't like my plan. Be like, okay, other people didn't like me because of my tribe. Be like, okay, can we change that? Yeah, those things happen. So you'll be like, can I fix that? No, I can't fix my tribe. So you leave that one. Other people didn't like me because of the way I was talking to them. They thought I was proud. That affected me a lot in my high school. So you'll be like, okay, now I knew that when I come for guild, I have to ensure that no one ever takes you for a proud person. But I learned that by failing first. And I'm like, why did I fail? People thought you're proud. Like, why did they think I was proud? Because of the way you talk, the way you say, like, okay, I need to change this. That is how you begin. Okay. That is how you move on.
Okay. Well, it has been really a nice discussion. Yes. I believe whatever you said, me personally, I've learned a lot of things about him being a leader, because he talked about pride. Me personally, most of the people think I'm so proud, like not even being like I'm not easy. But when you come close to me, you get I'm very that easy soul that everyone can approach. But anyway, when you get one-on-one, that's when you get to know that this person is really amazing. And thank you so much, Mr. Dumba, for this opportunity. I don't really take it for granted. And I believe most of the youth that are going to hear this from our YouTube channels, you can go to Youth Konnect Uganda and our TikTok pages. Videos will be popped up, and I believe that once you listen and then it's not all the discussion is yours, just pick what is yours in the discussion, because he talked about cohabiting. You might be there and you just pick on only that. You might be going through a heartbreak like some of our sisters and brothers out there. Pick on with that is going to help you to be a better person of the next generation. This is called Youth Konnect Uganda. Every week, every Wednesday, every Wednesday of the week, we shall be broadcasting, and I believe that your life will never remain the same. Call me Princess JJ, and meet next time. Bye bye. Nice. Okay, a quick one.